You kids ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Podcast going live.
All right.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Laser Lion Podcast. I'm Philip Shuck.
I'm Trevor Cruz.
I'm Travis Ingram.
And I'm Elizabeth Rios. What's
Ooh,
up?
nice but
Ooh.
too much of a space on the Rios.
Well, I wanted to emphasize.
You did it. That's great.
Thanks.
Nice. Well, welcome in, everybody. What episode is this? Number 8?
8.
Number
Ocho.
8.
It's a date.
It's an 8.
How many episodes have I missed?
A lot.
I think
Where
Thanks.
were you, Elizabeth? School.
Probably doing more important things.
Yeah, probably.
Making
Yeah.
films. Making
Yeah.
wonderful
Making
films.
movies.
Yeah.
I'm excited for you. I
Yeah.
can't. You should bring
Show
some
us
in.
one of
I would
them.
love to
Oh,
see some
yeah.
of them.
That'd be cool.
You're
Yeah.
always working on stuff. You
Mhm.
should show us.
Yes, I will do that. Eventually. Whenever I make something I'm not embarrassed of.
Well,
That's what we're waiting to make.
yeah,
too.
we're waiting to release something that way as well. Well, you know, it's the Laser Line lunch hour, so hope you are having a good lunch break. And what do you guys have for lunch today?
Oh, we had Cantina today. Right next to our building. The old Wall Street Cantina. We did tacos. We did that last episode, I think.
We did?
Or it was like 2
Yeah.
episodes ago.
Well,
yeah.
we're starting to film on Tuesdays more
yeah,
often.
so-
Today's Tuesday, so we did Taco Tuesday. We
did.
got to mix it up
Yeah.
or make up
Yeah.
lies
Yeah.
next time.
Yeah, I had tacos, but not at Cantina. I had them at Gringo's.
Yeah,
But it
you
was
were with
weird.
It
us.
was good. I mean, the deal's good. It's like $6. You get 2 tacos. You can get beef, chicken,
Some rice.
beans, rice.
Some
Then there's
salad.
like toppings.
I like the soft tacos there better than the hard.
Yeah.
The soft
Yeah, I do
tacos are
too.
good.
The chicken's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah,
So-
we had that last week.
But yeah, I mean, if you get that, there's 3 of us, and we got the waters. We
But-
got waters all around.
We were
20
excommunicated
bucks.
though into the sideshow
Oh,
sideshow
right.
section.
Oh, that's where the crazy.
Yeah,
are.
if you go there, do not order soda from the sideshow section. Make sure they serve it in the cantina section. Because apparently in sideshow they have that gun, and it tastes like
But yeah, that sideshow
like
soda.
a watered down
That's no good.
cheap whiskey and coke.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
They don't have a real fountain. It's just
Yeah.
served from the bar.
I almost gagged last time.
It's really bad.
You know when it's real, and you know when it's fake.
Well, anyway, now that we're digesting, what time is it now?
I think it's Miller time.
Ooh, Miller
time.
Bam!
not?
Break them out, boys.
Oh boy.
All right, somebody look
Uh,
up what Mr. Miller's been doing.
When should I start? When
What?
should I start the Miller Time song?
I think you're supposed to talk into the front, not the top.
Yeah, you're talking to the front. Like, see, it says front and
right
back.
here
Yeah.
or right here.
No.
No. Yeah.
Yeah, the other one.
Yeah. There you go. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, you could probably do it like
Here.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yes.
sounds better.
Much better.
We
got highlights, Nice.
Sorry.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's still
Do you want some,
Miller, you know.
Elizabeth? Yeah.
Okay,
Peer
sure.
pressure.
Okay.
Stand by.
Stand by for the news.
I'm still getting used to
We're
this
still
being
getting used
the
to it.
audio guy. We'll cut. We'll just. It's on a separate track. We can fix that. I shouldn't even be talking about it.
Yeah.
Fix it in
No, it's
post.
fine. It's character.
FIP.
Fix it.
This is Miller Time, brought to you by Miller High Life,
Ooh.
the champagne of beers.
Champagne.
Miller Time is a section where we talk about the notable actor T.J.
Yeah,
Miller.
The trappings of T.J. Miller. 3, 2. Elizabeth.
Sorry.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Beer stinks.
Yeah.
Oh. Smells like a dirty refrigerator.
It is bacteria.
It has been in a dirty
Bacteria.
refrigerator if you think about it.
Speaking of bacteria,
Hey, what do we got on T.J. Miller, Elizabeth?
I have something
TJ
about his
Miller.
wife.
Oh, nothing
He's
against you.
married?
He's not a bacteria. we
Hopefully
like
it's a
T.J.
good
Miller.
thing about his wife.
Kate Miller, artist and wife of TJ, is okay being misunderstood. I don't know what that means.
I'd like to meet Mr. Mr. Stood. Mr. Understood.
Misunderstood. Mr. Understood. Mr. Understood is TJ Miller himself.
Yeah.
So
Why?
is this segment now about my accent? One
Tripped
second.
all over
No,
that.
no, we're making fun
you're
of the
missing
word.
the joke.
Okay.
She's actually
misunderstood.
Mrs. Understood
Oh.
because she's his wife, not misunderstood.
Wow. So TJ
So that's
Miller's
it?
married and his wife is misunderstood, and
Yeah.
she's okay with it.
Why is she happy being misunderstood?
For the past several months, Miller has had a front row seat to the press tour Kamikaze mission and its ensuing Twitter
Kamikaze
outrage.
mission?
Yeah.
Okay.
That her husband, the actor and comedian TJ Miller, seemed hell-bent on undertaking.
Hmm.
What?
On the undertaking?
Oh my god, he's leaving Silicon Valley?
Oh, where have you been?
Oh my gosh,
That was like-
Elizabeth.
Like 7 episodes ago. Wasn't it?
You're right.
I've obviously
That was like episode 2.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow.
Well,
Oh, yeah, I remember him talking. What kind of.
No, you don't.
I'm sorry, folks.
Talking about
You've
those.
come to expect more from us now.
So you got to be on the show more
Episode
often,
6
Elizabeth.
was so good. 7 was okay. Now, where have we gone?
8. All right. Well.
All right.
Anyway, that was Miller time. Thank you. Cheers, guys. And as always,
Cheers.
TJ Miller,
Cheers.
you have an open invite to the show.
You do.
Maybe we can talk about
Oh, what happened yesterday?
what did happen yesterday. That's right.
Is that where you're going? Or were
No,
you
I
going somewhere
didn't.
else?
I had that was an open-ended sentence.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
The
I didn't know
eclipse.
where it was going.
I
Yeah.
said it.
Yep, yesterday was the solar eclipse. Pretty big deal here in the old U.S.
Hashtag us in the comments if you saw the solar eclipse. Hashtag
We filmed it
2017
yesterday.
solar eclipse.
We got a little solar cover for our lens, and it was a lot of fun. We went up to the parking garage across from our building.
Yeah, it was a nice experience. And a lot of people sharing it at the same time.
Yeah, it was cool.
It really added to the weight of it, I guess. I don't
Yeah.
know what the word is.
Yeah.
It felt like an epic, like an ancient epic event.
And since we're in Florida, we didn't get the full coverage. We got, I don't know what the exact percentage was, but it felt like
So like 85%.
yeah, somewhere
It's
around
pretty
there.
good, but
So,
It's pretty good, but I was kind of kicking myself. Like the night before, I was like, maybe I should go up to South Carolina and see the full on.
I know. I saw that text. I like woke up in the morning and saw that. I was like, oh. And then I was like, it'll probably be fine. And then we went and watched it and was like standing up on top of that garage, like, man, yeah. I really
It
wish
would
I
have
was
been
there.
really cool, but that would have been an awful.
Did you see
That would have been an awfully long trip.
Chris Weed's photo? They were in
No.
Tennessee. Shout out
Uh-uh.
to Chris Weed, Peer Productions. He's a friend of ours. He's in one of our movies that is yet to be completed.
yes. Plays a
But,
character
Not
weed.
being released for embarrassment
Yeah.
sake.
They were in Tennessee and they got full coverage. So I got to
Oh, cool.
Nice.
snap a pretty cool photo.
Did he? He just photoed it.
Yeah.
Photogged.
Yeah, it was like him and his family.
Cool.
I'm excited about the footage we got because I was just looking
yeah.
last night on the internet at other people's photos and
Mhm.
stuff, and I didn't really see many videos.
We should
Especially that even looked kind of like
We should release it by
we should have
Friday.
put that today. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
we need to put that out.
like Happy
like,
Friday,
same day
everybody. Monday
almost.
was
Mm-hmm.
Would've been
great.
great.
Here's the look back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Or what about Thursday? Throwback Thursday
Throwback
To
Thursday.
Monday.
yeah,
to Monday.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
it's
I like
still
that.
technically a throwback.
Yeah. that'd be
Is
cool.
it?
Yeah.
Is
Yeah.
there not like
yeah,
a
when we post it,
timeline?
we'll have to link it to this
I don't know.
podcast.
No, people have done stuff like that before. It's a slightly breaking the mold, but yeah.
It was
Throwback
pretty
to
wild.
Monday.
Like when we were, because at first it was storming outside, and we didn't think it was gonna happen. We were like, "Oh man, we're screwed." And then
we got to tell the story. Oh yeah.
yeah, we were like, "Well,
We packed up the gear.
yeah." We packed up the gear. It was like, well, we ate lunch a little late, and like it was supposed to start at like 1:19 or something like that. And
We were
didn't
also
get out
trying
the
to
door
wait
till,
for
like,
Travis.
1:20. Oh yeah, we were waiting for Travis.
The
got-
sleeper agent.
He got caught in
Yeah.
the rain, and then he met a friend and went and got lunch separately.
He went and got lunch separately.
Yeah, same as today. Wow,
Same
it's a trend.
as today.
But anyway, we packed up the gear and we were walking out. And it was still cloudy.
Yeah, it was still cloudy, and then I feel like right as we got to the corner of like Washington and Orange, right there, the sun started coming out, and then we got to the stairwell, right close to the stairwell, and I brought like a welder's mask, and I like threw the welder's mask on just to see, and it was like already starting, and so then it just sort of created this like panic.
Trevor was like, "It's starting!" and we're like, "Let's go!" So we got all this weighted down with all this gear. We run into the parking garage.
Oh yeah, so we start hoofing it up the stairwell.
It's like 8 floors
yeah.
up.
And
we're
so,
like,
I mean, we're going fast, and so you start breathing heavy, your heart's beating pretty fast.
and the higher we go,
The higher we
more
go,
we breathe heavily.
the more, this is very important, kids. And the stinkier it started to become.
It hit us like a brick
Like a
in
punch
the face.
Somebody had taken a nice liquidy dump in the stairwell. Was that on the 8th floor? No, it was like
Yeah, it was
Well,
right-
what's
right
funny,
on
it was
the
like
top floor.
right in the last floor. So
Yeah.
you went through all that trouble. Like you could have
Oh.
done it on the first
It
floor.
was-
I feel like.
And
'cause
each
got
floor we
there,
went up, it stunk worse and worse, and we were breathing
and
more
you
heavily
couldn't
and
help
heavily.
but not breathe. You were like,
And we were almost about to pass out from being so tired. Yeah.
like, it smells so bad, but I gotta breathe.
Poop. Poop.
Elizabeth is like dry heaving in the stairwell. She's
I
like,
almost passed out, and Elizabeth was behind me, and I was like, "Elizabeth, there's a human poop."
Yeah.
It was,
What's wonderful about it is my legs were completely useless.
Oh,
so
yeah,
I couldn't
Elizabeth.
even go faster for my own sake.
Elizabeth had a rough leg
we
day at
were
the gym.
Stuck in the stink.
Oh my god.
Stuck in this state.
Plus, I was recording behind y'all, so I'm trying to
Oh, yeah.
point at you. And
Yeah, we got BTS of the whole event. Did you get a shot of the poop?
yes, you had me do it,
Oh,
and I
we
stayed.
filmed
it.
I
Goodness.
hung back.
Oh.
I hung back
we'll
for like
release a
3
little,
seconds,
like,
and
BTS of it.
I don't know if it's in focus because I really didn't want to look at it. So.
It was like liquidy. It was disgusting.
It was.
I know.
I think
like-
what happened was it melted from the heat.
Oh my god!
It looked like it melted into a puddle.
Like a candy bar.
Yeah.
I don't
Except
want to think about it.
not.
And then Travis
Oh
and his
my
friends were coming to
God.
meet us, and I made sure to text them directions exactly how to get up to us and
Yeah.
which stairwell to
Hang a
take.
left at the fecal matter.
Stinky poop.
Mm-hmm.
This is what the title of the episode should be: a fecal matter.
Yeah.
That's fine.
No, yeah. Total eclipse of the shark
Yeah.
was one we
Yeah.
came up with the other day.
So what happened at the end was really unexpected. After
Oh, right.
after
Yeah,
something
so we
like that,
spent-
because like we get welcomed by a piece of shit,
Literally.
literally.
Well,
And we get exited by
yeah.
we
By
get escorted
one.
away by a piece of shit as well.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, you're so much exclusive, shitty parking lot full of shit.
Yeah. Well, you got to, okay, let's explain. So we got
Yeah.
up there, we set up the camera, and one by one, people started trickling out of the building that this parking garage was for, the Morgan & Morgan building. And how many people were up there? Like 50 people or more? Like maybe even
around
100
there,
people?
Yeah, around 50. I
Yeah.
would say.
There's a bunch of people out there, and it was kind of fun. Everyone was coming over to our camera and taking Instagram photos of our
Yeah,
of our
selfies.
screen and whatnot. And it was fun. But we were inevitably the last people there because we wanted to get the moon exiting the sun for our time lapse.
Right.
And at that point, a bunch of us were laying down on the sidewalk.
Yeah, I think that's what did it in. She was like, "All right, that's it. Too much fun being had up here."
So we look up, and
Gazing.
this stout woman was like huffing her way, marching over towards us with an old security guard, and she was like, "Excuse me, do you work here?" We're like, "No."
Yeah, she had this walk like, the walk was like, as soon as I saw her, I had this brief moment where I was like, oh, maybe she's interested in what we're filming. And then I took a double take and I said, oh no, she's got the walk of somebody who's going to come over here and ruin our day.
She was determined to get us to leave. She was like, "You have to leave now." And I don't remember. We were like, "Can we pay a fine? Can we pay a fee to stay? Like, we're just trying to film the eclipse." She's like, "Yeah." Oh, I had to mention how there's all those people there. And she's like, "Those are employees of the building. You need to leave." There's somebody's car there. They're like, "Is this your car?"
Yeah, we were like,
No.
there was probably like maybe 30 minutes of the eclipse left. We were filming a long time lapse of the whole thing. We wanted to get this like last shot, and she wouldn't budge. She's like, so you're wanting, this happened, what, last time this happened was like 100 years ago or whatever. Is that right? I think
No.
when?
They happen
I
more
saw one
often,
in
but
1979.
No, but I mean in terms of like the
Yeah.
distance of the U.S.
like
that
it crossed the whole United States. The last
Yeah.
time I think was 1918 or 1914.
Okay, right, yeah. So
For
that's
like
like
100
100 years.
freaking years.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, that's annoying. Like
Yeah.
you're gonna seriously 30 minutes of your life? What? Like for 100
Nobody's
years?
up there. There's not even like there was one car up at the top of the garage.
Yeah, and we weren't doing it. Yeah, the whole thing was just like.
And she had her phone out like she was gonna take our photo or like call the cops. You know, get evidence. And she was like, we started packing up our stuff, and she was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
"Yeah, sorry to ruin your fun."
Yeah, she said, "I hate to ruin your fun."
Yeah.
No, not only did you
And I
ruin
said-
our phone. I know what you said. I know where you're going. But not only did she ruin our fun, she also like ruined our peace, which is what aggravates me. It's like you're willing to just ruin a piece of art that it's registering a historical event.
Yeah, she's a bitch. We should have
Yep.
filmed her.
You're
Yeah.
willing
I
to
know,
do that.
I wish we filmed her.
Oh, I didn't mean to use
I
the
wish we
B
did
word,
too.
but maybe it was appropriate.
But yeah, in those moments, I just have to. I get very reactionary, so I just have to like zip it. I know, like throw her off the side of the
zero
garage.
or 100. I can't do what you did. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah, I
can't-
had some pretty good sick burns that weren't like name calling.
Yeah,
I can't remember all of them, but that was the one. She was like, "I hate to ruin your fun," and I was like, "No, you don't, ma'am. No, you don't. You love it.
No,
you
you're
love
gonna
to ruin our fun."
You're gonna have to
Yeah.
change your panties now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is why I
but
shut up.
the other thing
You-
was too. We were like on the way out too, and we were like, oh, because she was like, I'm the one who manages the building and this parking
yeah,
garage.
yeah, because I was like,
if
"What's
you
your job?"
do,
I was like,
Then you should be taking care of this stairwell.
"Yeah, because there's a human feces."
Yeah.
And then the security guard was nice. He was like, "Where is it? Yeah, we'll take care of it."
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was like, "What's her position? Like, is she just like hall monitor of the building?
Yeah.
You know, like, what's her position? I wanted to know so bad."
That's how I felt.
What was that from?
Billy Madison.
No.
I was looking for You Blew It, and it's not on here.
You blew it.
I know. And then there's
You
Yeah.
blew it.
Hey, Carl, what's up? Nothing much, Billy. I see you got a little sun today.
This is so too long for a soundbite.
Yeah. This is a sound
is a bad one.
sandwich.
This is like, God, that's like a whole scene.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, what did we do after that? We
Anyway,
left
solar
politely.
eclipse. Yeah.
Oh yeah. So anyway, yeah, we left the garage, and then we went over here to the corner of Washington and Orange and just chilled. There's like
Just
a
filmed it on the
right-
sidewalk.
Yeah, on the
Just filmed
sidewalk.
on
It
the
was funny
sidewalk.
too because we reframed it and we basically couldn't tell the difference.
No.
But it was just a principle of the thing, and I think that's
I think that's
People
the
like
thing though
that-
too. She,
it. Just
for me, that was my takeaway. She was loving it. She was she was licking her
oh
lips,
yeah,
enjoying it.
Yeah.
yeah.
So she didn't hate to ruin our fun. She loved it, and
Oh,
she should
yeah.
know that about herself.
I'm just gonna maybe take pity and assume that the rest 90 other percent of her life is just so awful that
yeah.
that's the small remnants of what keeps
She
her
was
still
She's been
alive.
waiting for that for months for someone to be up there fooling
Oh
around.
yeah. But it was like
I was thinking about it, and I think she was probably like in the top floor in her window, just looking at the parking lot. Like, why are they still there? Who
Yeah.
are they?
Who is that?
With their cameras, and it's like
And why
nobody's
can't you
spying on you.
Be on a parking garage. Like why? Like
Is
why
that-
is that wrong?
Is that
literally
illegal?
standing
Yeah.
on a parking garage,
What's the big deal?
looking up at the sun.
Okay, here's another interesting thing because I feel like we talked about it on the day yesterday. I feel like there's a certain size of camera that once
Oh.
you have a certain size of camera,
Yeah.
people just start to give you a hard time. It's like
when we were in San
it's
Francisco,
like in the Constitution. Like if
Yeah.
you got a big enough camera,
Mm-hmm.
those people deserve to be.
Yeah.
You got to give them a hard time.
yeah.
What is that?
I don't.
I know.
It's just they.
If it's bigger than a DSLR,
Uh-huh.
you're out. You're out of here.
I think it's just like the.
If it's got like a decent sized
Weird
battery on it and
mentality.
lens, you're gone.
Mm-hmm.
People just they zone in on it. They're like, "What is that? And what are they doing?
Yeah,
they
they
need
think-
to be out of here."
I think they think they're making money off of my privacy or
Mm-hmm.
some dumb thing or like.
Yeah, we were like, what does she think we're like shooting this
Yeah,
for
like-
National Geographic,
like, we're
and
not
we're like
making money
using her
off
parking
this.
garage to make money?
Ma'am,
what the-
you're lucky you had
look,
us
I found
there. Okay?
It just sucks that. Why aren't people just nice?
I like
you know?
died inside when I hit stop on the camera. I was like, really?
Yeah, I
You
was like-
seriously? This is about to happen right now. Like,
God, what's why?
She's a mean person.
Yeah, I'm sorry your life sucks so much, but don't bring that into other people's lives.
Bitch.
Bottle it up and buy a gun and blow your brain out. You know,
Wow.
wow. You heard
Wow.
it here first,
Yeah.
lady.
She's
If you're listening,
spreading bad energy.
Then we'll go to jail for.
We don't need that.
You know, they'll
Because
be
remember
investigating this
what we
podcast.
said.
I
you
am
know,
not apologetic about that. Don't support it.
Well, the other thing too is like if it were any one of us, well, first of all, I would be like, oh yeah, I get it. They're filming the solar eclipse. I'm gonna go out and join them and see what's going on. Or
Right.
at the very maximum, I would be like, all right. I was like, once it's over, you guys got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Done.
Like,
And
how
we
much
offered
longer are
to
you going to
pay
be here?
money.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Oh, that was the other thing. I said, can we pay some kind of fee to stay? She's like, no, you have to leave
Yeah.
now.
We should have just said
No, it
we
was like-
parked. We paid to park here or something.
Yeah.
Like, can we have just paid to park? And then
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh, you can't-
That's good, Travis. Why the hell didn't we
you
think of that?
can't film. You can't film at your parking
Okay,
spot.
it's like we pay for the parking lot. Take the camera off the window.
Yeah.
We're like, we're just parking here.
Yeah.
Try and take me out of my car, bitch.
I wish we would have waited and said call the cops, because the cops probably would have showed up and been like, "Lady, let them film until it's done."
Yeah.
Or it might have been done by the time they
Exactly,
showed up.
'cause
Which
Which
like,
also
it's
would
like-
have been hilarious because the parking garage is attached to the police station. The
Yeah.
little remote
Oh,
police
they
station
would have
that's
been there
here.
soon, yeah.
They probably would have been like, "I don't even like that." They probably don't even like her. They probably
They probably
know
get
her and
phone
hate
calls
her.
from her all
They'd
the
be
time.
like, okay, guys, you
Yeah.
have to leave. I'm like, okay, bye.
We should have been like, they come to kick us out and be like, okay, we're leaving, and just like, zip, zip, zip. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
take us a really long time to pack everything
We're
up.
not quick
Yeah.
when it comes to getting out of
Yeah.
places. This is just how fast we are.
Just start fumbling.
Hey,
a bunch
ma'am,
Of stuff.
this is
Yeah.
this is special equipment. It's very delicate.
Yeah.
We need to protect it.
Mm-hmm.
It's our best interest.
Yeah.
So sorry.
But
Yeah.
at least now we have that memory along with the solar eclipse.
Hey, yeah. But it was very
Fuck
cool.
her.
I mean,
She seemed big enough to eclipse.
oh, I
Something.
didn't want to go there, but yeah, I mean, you know, it seemed like doing what she did was the only joy in her life.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I just
And she gets paid to do what she loves.
Besides almond joys,
Mm.
I don't know.
Mounds.
What about?
Don't.
Did anyone actually ever eat a Mounds?
Amounts?
Yeah.
I know I've had both.
Is it like an almond joy?
Or a
I
bite
don't know.
of
I don't
both.
think I've had an almond joy or a Mounds.
Is the mounds just without
Wait.
the almond?
Wait. Trevor. Almond joys have nuts. Mounds don't.
Mounds.
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you
Sometimes
don't.
you don't.
Is that what it's from?
Yeah, that's the song.
Oh.
You remember that song?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, but I completely
I don't remember
forgot.
that.
You don't?
No.
Yeah,
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't.
Yeah,
Almond joys got nuts.
I had forgotten about
Mounds
that
don't.
completely.
Oh, I sang it backwards.
So are they made by the same company?
Probably.
And one's
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
These are for the nut crowd and the not nut.
It's just
crowd.
nuts and non nuts.
Like, hey,
Oh.
we know some of you could die if you eat this version.
Yeah.
Here's
There's a
here's
non-death version.
non-death version.
Wow.
It's funny because the almond joys, the almonds are placed sort of on top,
Mm-hmm.
and then the chocolate is dripped over. So they have mounds, Of where the nut
Of where the
is.
nut, so you should flip
and
it.
then a mound.
But-
The
Wow.
mounds
You don't know what we're
Yeah.
talking about?
are smooth, I think.
Yeah.
Have you
Oh,
never had
Elizabeth
an
doesn't know
almond
what we're
joy
talking
or a
about. She's trying to
Mounds?
secretly show us she doesn't know.
Somebody
Did you
pull
not
up
have-
the Almond Joy song.
This is my opinion.
Did you not have? Have you ever had an almond joy or a mounds?
I don't know what you're talking about.
These are candy bars.
They're
They sell
candy
them at the
bars.
supermarket near the checkout. With
Cho-
Snickers.
Chocolate covered coconut filled. No?
You know, like a
Yeah,
zero.
I feel
or
like I
a-
can imagine.
Okay.
Okay, she's never had
She
one.
never had. Well, we'll have
And
to,
I was
we'll
about to
have
say,
try
have-
one.
You never
we can try it
got.
on the show.
Sure, next episode.
Yeah.
Elizabeth has also never trick or treated, so she has never.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go
She's
trick or
never
treating with Elizabeth this
received
year.
an Almond Joy or Mounds. Unfortunately,
Yeah, you'll
received one
definitely.
in her trick or treat bag.
Strangers used to hand them to you.
And
We should
I
totally
hated
take
them.
you trick or treating and BTS
yeah.
it and everything because you've never been. That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be fun. I love trick or treating.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
We should all go this year.
Break
But,
out the
uh,
rollerblades.
Aren't we like too old for that?
I guess that's the
No.
beauty of like when you have kids because you can just
You're never too
along
old to
with
have fun.
drag the wagon full of beer.
I would
down the
love to
street.
try and pull it off at 32.
Yeah.
I
No, I mean,
I
bet
feel like
we
I
could.
still look like a child.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, you could be a tall high schooler.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're,
we
you
all
just
look like
played-
we
You're
could-
a pitcher in the Little League World Series.
we all look like we're in a high school movie.
no, you don't.
We don't.
No.
You could be in middle school.
All we got to do is
How
shave.
old do I look to you? Do I look like I'm?
The youngest?
Yeah.
You don't want to know. Don't tell him the
It's
truth.
not going to depress me. I don't care.
All right, tell him the truth.
I prefer to feel like I look older because I feel like that's my nickname, the Forever Baby, and I feel like I've always looked like a child and nobody takes me seriously. And
That's
so-
life. That's how I feel.
Yeah, I think you can go as low as 25, but that's it.
Yeah, that's good.
I'm not gonna get anywhere near that mark, am I?
I
What's
feel
my
like we
low
all
point?
three could almost, but I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, if you
for
shaved,
sure.
you would look a lot younger.
That is true.
What do
None
you think
of
my
us
low
look like
point
we're in
would
our
be?
30s, in my opinion.
I feel like
Really?
mid 20s too.
Wow.
And-
All right, here we are.
But
Hey.
Travis, we can push a little bit to early 20s.
I feel like Travis. Yeah.
Maybe if I got a
Travis-
good night's sleep once in a while. then,
No,
you know.
yeah, we
Yeah.
all need some good night's sleep, maybe some under eye concealer.
Yeah.
And that could go a long way.
Yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
18. You know, put a
Yeah.
Snapchat filter on
Yep.
us, and we look like children.
Men can't wear makeup. Let's talk about that. We can, but
Hey,
What
I'll
are you talking
fight
about?
for your right to be able to do it. Because, you could just
You
put some
support me?
stuff on and not look,
Speaking
crackety.
of like
Gross.
being
Yeah.
like healthy or whatever, I've been wanting to for a long time. I've been wanting to do like an ice bath,
oh yeah,
and
like
That
how
sounds
like the Olympic
intense.
trainers do.
yeah,
that
or
something?
like the NFL players do after a game, you know.
Yeah.
I would be frigid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be cold as shit.
Well, okay, but so like the whole thing is like hot and cold is supposed to be really good for you. And
Yeah.
so it's like you do like you. I think you do like the cold rinse off, right,
yeah,
in the shower, and I
yeah,
started
so-
doing that.
Really?
Yeah.
Based on what I said? Based
Well,
on me doing it or
you,
something
you
else?
said that you did it, but then this book I've been reading about like what other successful people do.
Yeah.
Like that's like a lot of athletes.
How do
and
they
They
stuff.
do the cool
shower?
shower.
Well, there's a whole big science behind like hot and cold therapy. Like some people will
Yeah.
get like really high end saunas and stuff like that.
no, that's
And then they'll get a
huge.
plunge tank, like Tony Robbins has a plunge tank, and
Yep.
Rick Rubin has one, or has some kind of like ice thing that
Yep.
gets down to like 40 degrees.
Can I interject something right here?
Go ahead.
Based on this, why, or we can save it for later. Why did your parents forever always tell you don't go in the hot tub and then jump right in the pool? You're like,
And it's
stop
like-
your heart,
Right,
or something
yeah.
like that.
It's
or like,
proven
don't mow
that
the
it's
lawn
great
and
now.
jump
It's
straight into
proven
the
that
pool.
it's good for you.
Yes. I do that at my parents' house in the
Yeah.
winter. It's awesome.
Yeah.
But didn't they tell you that your whole life? Don't do that.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
told that my whole life. Like, don't
Well, I don't know
jump
if
right
they-
in and out.
I think they said it for like they always want you to like shower off and then go in because of the chemicals. I think.
Maybe.
But my parents would tell me because of like the difference. Like if I'm out mowing the lawn, don't get
So
right in
anyway-
the pool.
There is a thing about the change in temperature, but
Yeah.
the
It's
sudden
good for your
change in-
body.
It's good for you.
It's
yeah.
like a shock to the system.
But
So what I did last night, so Ashley and I went to the grocery store and I bought 2 bags of ice, and so like she was taking a shower and I was like, so I was like, oh, okay, well I'll just like brush my teeth and stuff and like fill the tub up with cold water. I filled it up and dumped the ice in, and then I went and got a shower. So I took like a nice hot shower, and then I got out and I went and got in the tub, and it was great, but it was freezing. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
and it was funny too, because like for whatever reason, like our cold water doesn't really get that cold, and like the ice
Yeah,
had
same here.
already melted by the time I got back to the tub, and so I didn't think it was going to be that, I didn't think it was going to work really, and so then, but as soon as I stepped in it, it was like, oh baby, and then I mean, and it was pretty chilly, and like there was a point where I was like, I wanted to dip down. I dipped down like up to my chest, like pretty much, to get like as much as possible. And then, but I could only do it for a little bit. But I sat in the tub for like 3 to 5 minutes.
Wow.
But it got to a point to where I started shivering. And I was
Yeah.
like, ugh, and then I had to get out. But afterwards, it like lowered my body temperature so well. It was like right before bed, and it was like, it was nice. It was
Yeah.
like, oh, this was nice. And it's a nice distraction from like the world
Yeah.
completely, because that's all you're focused on. But the funny thing too that was kind of hilarious was like, so as I was getting out, Ashley wanted to like dip her feet in to see how cold it was, and she was like, oh my god, like it's so cold. And I'd have to recheck it because I don't know how accurate it was, or if I used like the meat thermometer to see how low it was. And I don't know if it goes any lower or but I thought I'm assuming it goes as low as you want it to go because it's a thermometer. It's pronounced
barometer.
or wait, no, it's barometer. It's pronounced
That's
thermometer.
Yeah.
But
Almost.
the meat thermometer said it was only 70 degrees.
I mean,
so
70
funny.
degree
But
water,
in the
though?
water, yeah, that's
in the
cold.
water,
It
it's
feels
like
cold.
Did you ever jump into the pool in the wintertime at the Winter Park House?
Yeah, Remember
Like-
we
We
were
all
testing
did. We
the-
almost.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
almost died.
No,
Okay.
that
I
was
So let's set
almost
that
died.
story up for a second.
like,
Okay,
my-
so we
my
all lived
bones
together.
Are still cold.
We all lived
Thinking
together in
about
a
it.
house that had a swimming pool, and it wasn't like it wasn't like these weak swimming pools that they have now. They're like 4 feet deep. This is like your classic like 70s, like you could get hurt.
I used to swim
It's-
laps in the pool.
Yeah, it's like it was like 9 or 10 feet deep. But yeah, and it was wintertime, and we had built this underwater camera housing, which basically had like big pieces of PVC, plexiglass.
It took
and, like,
us months to build it.
yeah,
and
and
make,
like some
and perfect it.
marine epoxy or whatever
Yeah.
glue, and
And we bravely put Travis's little camcorder in it.
Yeah.
Every time with a wide angle lens attached on it.
yeah, and of course, like you said, it took months. So by the time we finished it, it was like winter. It was like the
Oh, yeah.
The
coldest
dead of winter, the coldest day
at least
there
in
was.
Florida. It was like, I mean, it was probably like 50s.
Plus, I
or
think
low.
like
That
the
was a
sun
cold
was going
winter.
down. It was like the afternoon.
Well, we jumped in it at night. I remember.
Mm.
We
Like,
did it. We did it a few times.
Yeah, we have footage somewhere.
But that time
Yeah.
we jumped in it at night, it was freezing. I swear it was like 40 degrees.
No,
mean,
I think
I
it
could-
was in the
trouble,
high
like-
30s. It
I could
was-
I could
like-
barely get in and out without like dying on the way.
No, my
Yeah.
my body seized up. It was like
Remember we tried to
preserving vital
we
organs.
jumped in
but-
the deep end and tried to swim to the shallow and get out, and I couldn't make it all the way.
We
I had
should have
to,
been
like,
doing
get out
like
on the side.
hot showers and then plunging back then. you
I
know?
think I
Oh,
did
yeah.
that.
But that's one thing I will say, which is also nice about it. In order to do it, is like I had to meditate in order to do it, to sort of take my mind off the fact that this is freezing water. It's like, you know how sometimes
Yeah.
like somebody jumps in a pool and they're like, oh my god, it's so freezing and it's so cold. So then that kind of psychs you out mentally, and you're like, and then so now you're all freaking out. So I was like having to meditate and like, get myself pumped up to
Yeah.
handle
What are
it.
what are some benefits that you know of?
Yeah, please
besides
let us know
just-
why are you
Besides
trying to
just
do
being
this?
comfortable
It
before bed,
has-
because I do the shower off.
I'll pull it up and get
I-
more, but it has
In my
like,
shower, I turn it all cold, and
At the
it's
end,
supposed
right?
to close up your pores, and it helps with the temperature.
Mm-hmm.
For bedtime and whatnot.
Yeah,
Or-
but still, I'm not sold.
But yeah, what are the other things?
It's really good for your circulation.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It also has like healing qualities.
I've just
to it.
heard like cold. If you just take a whole cold shower, like that's good for your circulation.
Yeah, it's like really good for
instead
your
of
circulation.
warm showers at all.
Somebody told me like after a round of golf, they would get in like a 40-degree like plunge pool, or like they would step in like up to their waist and they would stay there for several minutes. And they said by the time they were done, because it's like anything with like sports, there's like certain aches and stuff like that, especially as you get older. Like, but he said like I would come out of it and I wouldn't have
Yeah.
I would have like no pain, So there's a lot of good like benefits to that. I think there's a lot of good like mental aspects to it as well.
Yeah, I've heard it's very good.
Huh.
And I feel better when I do
The
it.
result is invigorating and extremely healthful. One of the main advantages of hot and cold showers is their ease of use. Oh, that was the other thing I was going to say. So, like, our water doesn't get that cold, but when I was up in South Carolina visiting my family, they're on well water.
Oh, so it's probably real
Oh,
cold.
baby.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Since I do the cold at the end, with the hotels we stay at or something, like I'll notice all different temperatures.
Yeah.
Depending on where you are. Sometimes it's just lukewarm, and sometimes it's freezing.
Yeah, like ours at the house, like, I can take an entire cold shower and not.
Yeah, the cold water at my house is like basically lukewarm. It
Yeah,
doesn't
if
get
I had
cold.
to guess, it's probably like 82 or something like that.
Mhm. It's like
Like,
it's
it's,
just
like,
been sitting
cool,
slightly
but-
underground, but
Yeah.
there's no cold filtering happening.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like the Earth's temperature, basically.
Yeah.
I am a big pussy about it. Things I'm a pussy about.
You should do
Cold showers.
Spicy food.
But you get spicy food, right?
Never.
She never gets spicy food.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
Oh.
they say, like, if you have like an injury or something like that, like a hot and cold compress or whatever,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
basically doing the same thing, but you're doing it like to your entire body. So it's like great.
Interesting. It's like icy hot.
You should get a big.
A lot of
Big meat
of
freezer,
people do it. Like a
ice
surprising
machine.
amount of people do it. I know. Yeah, I thought like my dad has one of those like on his porch. Like ones that like restaurants would have, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It'd be perfect because you could just load buckets of it up and just
Yeah.
dump it in.
What are you doing?
Get real deep
Yeah.
into the cold bath.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I want to try it again. I want to do 4 bags of ice instead of 2 next time and see how it goes.
Interesting, man. My
You
parents,
should try it.
they have like a hot tub, and then it's right next to the pool. So in the
Yeah.
winter, I would be in the hot tub, and then I jump from the hot tub into the pool, and it would, it's like real cold.
Oh, you know what you should do is you should get yourself some like bladders, some like water bladders,
Uh huh.
so you can freeze them.
Get some bladders. It's a
Get
funny
some
thing
bladders.
to say.
Get some like rubber
Yeah.
water bladders that you can reuse.
Yeah.
Dip
Yeah.
them in your
Get 'em
in your
from
bath,
American
and then
Industries.
take them out and pop them back in the freezer. Maybe get like a
Yeah,
like a
big one or a bunch.
maybe
of
get
them.
like a garage freezer, so it's
Yeah.
all your like body moisture water.
Deep freeze murder victim freezer.
Yeah.
Having
Okay.
a garage
Or just
freezer
use
seems
Ziploc
good.
bags and fill them up with water.
Having a garage freezer seems awesome
Oh yeah.
I feel like that's like my goal as like a
Well,
as a human.
as a
Yeah.
human, like as a
I would
homeowner
or
type
just a
person.
garage fridge too is like
Yeah.
pretty boss. Like,
Oh yeah, because that's where you keep all the snacks. You're
Yeah.
like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, there's sodas in the fridge. They're outside.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. my
And like
grandparents had
Yoo-hoos
one.
and
Growing up, ours was Gatorade
some bass
ice
from my fishing
ice
trip.
pipes. Yeah.
Yeah, ice pops are in the
Oh yeah.
Yeah, ours
freezer
were
out-
like ice
out in the garage.
pops, those banana popsicles, like the double stick ones that you break, and then like the fridge had Yoo-hoos and Gatorades.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Those were the days.
Yeah, we've talked about that before, where it's like running around on a hot summer day and just cracking open a Yoo-hoo. It sounds disgusting to
It's
some of you out there,
surprisingly
but yeah.
refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
My
Have you ever
brother
had
turned me
Yoo-hoo?
on to that.
Huh?
Have you ever had Yoo-hoo?
I have.
It's a
What do you
chocolate
think
drink.
about it, Elizabeth?
Yeah, it's a chocolate drink. However, I've only had like chocolate milk in my life. I only feel like this.
But you've had Yoo-hoo
Chocolate.
before, though,
Yes,
right?
I've had it.
Which is not milk. It's a chocolate drink.
Here, not before.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I know it's a chocolate drink and it's not a dairy product. I find it weird and disgusting, but it is
But
what
it's
it is.
so good.
I no, it is good. That's not what I meant.
It's funny because earlier today we were talking about who still drinks real milk or who is back on real milk or what types of milk do we drink.
Right.
I'm all non-dairy milk. I do almond milk.
Yeah, I need that real whole milk. Just that. Well, I don't need it. You know.
You use the whole milk though, not like
Yeah, not
2%?
2%, anything like that. Red Cap, that one.
Red Cap.
Yes.
Wow.
I always thought the 2% from Publix as a kid was really good. I got
Yeah.
the green cap as a kid.
I did too, yeah.
I loved it.
I have a friend of mine.
Then we
who-
switched to the blue cap. Was that
Oh
1%?
yeah, that's like 1%.
That's
I
skim.
was like, this is water.
Yeah.
I was like, this is nothing.
Well, that's
Skim
what I was
milk
gonna
is
say
like
is-
that's like skim milk.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I have a really good childhood friend. That's what they grew up on. They had like gallons of that stuff in their fridge, and it's funny. So
Sorry.
his family just moved into town, and so we went to go visit or whatever, and we were at their house, and like his like older sister opened the fridge, and there they were, like 2 gallons of it just sitting in there. I was like, oh my. I was like, still?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Old habits die hard.
Yeah.
Or never do. That's a
Because
funny
I felt the same way. I tried it one time at their house, and I was like, ugh, what is this? You
Yep.
know?
That leads me into something like, I think we've talked about this amongst ourselves before, but I always found it interesting because there was like a kind of a time in my grow up years where I didn't really, you just kind of stopped doing sleepovers. I would go to other people's houses out, and then I started going to people's houses more when I was getting older, hanging out more. And anyway, just sort of like realizing what is that family's go-to drink was
Oh,
always
yeah.
interesting to me.
Oh yeah.
Because for my family, our go-to drink is water or sweet tea.
That was us. Too.
Yeah.
Sweet tea.
And so my dad always made sweet tea every day,
Yeah.
and he would always get mad at us for like drinking it too much, and he had to make it make it twice or 3
Sweet
times a
tea.
day.
Yeah.
And then I remember my friend Matt went over there, and his was like Crystal Light or something like that. And,
Oh,
and I just thought that was so
yeah,
strange. It was like
Crystal Light.
Crystal Light.
he like barely even ever had tea in his whole life. And now I think I realize that's probably that's strange to be drinking sweet tea all day long.
I
Oh,
don't know.
yeah.
That's our family did. Other families did.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I remember this one kid had his mom made like the best sweet tea. Maybe because
Yeah.
she put
My
cups of
grandmother's
sugar
sweet
in
tea
it.
was always like really good.
So you guys were the same? Sweet tea was the go-to drink for your house?
It was mainly water. I remember a
It's
lot
like
of
water,
water,
sweet
sweet tea. I mean, we
Um,
started buying Gatorades because we got like a Sam's or Costco membership.
Yeah.
So we started
Yeah.
buying like bulk sodas and stuff.
But, but so like the Crystal Light thing.
Yeah.
My grandmother would like they would make sweet tea all the time, but then at some point they decided to switch to Crystal Light.
we
Yeah.
almost did that.
It was a weird transition. It was not the same. It didn't last very long. You know, it's
Yeah.
like we
Oh
did
wait,
it,
yeah, I was getting confused. I think my friend Ricky's house was Crystal Light. Crystal Light's the tea.
Yeah,
Or
it's
it's
like
like a
it
water
comes in like
flavor.
the,
It's
it's
like
powder. It comes
fake.
in that thing.
Yeah.
And you dump. Yeah.
Yeah, my friend Ricky did Crystal Light, and I think Matt was some kind of like Hawaiian punch drink, and that's what they had
yeah,
in the
weird.
refrigerator like every day.
My friend Adam was like RC Cola. He was like the only person I ever knew that had RC Cola, and I think he had Tab in his fridge also. At some
Oh,
point,
that's
which I
so
was like,
funny. I had a
But
friend like
RC
that. Yeah.
Cola, he's the only person I knew who had it.
I always wondered like where'd you get that? You know?
They were like, I don't know, it might have been a Midwest thing. They were from the Midwest.
Yeah.
So like he was like into butter noodles, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
We had Squeeze-Its for a while. If you remember those.
Oh, we did
As a
too.
kid.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember I had those
Yeah,
for
where
several
you
years.
is that where you
the little
twist
plastic.
off the
Yeah, it's like a
the cap?
boomerang, and you might at the
Yeah.
end you might even try and jam it
It
back
kind
in
of
the
almost
top.
looks like a lobster.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of like pre-made Hawaiian punch or something. Like
Mhm.
those were fun.
And High C. I remember
High C, yeah.
Yeah.
We had the Slimer. Slimer
Yep.
was on the
Oh,
box, the
yeah.
juice box of High C.
Did you ever have
High C was
a
like
Squeeze It?
Squeeze it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
looks like a plastic Coke bottle, sort of with this twist off cap.
I don't recall. We don't have all.
What
the
about
same
High
brands.
C?
Yes, I remember High C. The vitamin C.
Oh no, wait.
Didn't they try
I
to
was thinking
market
about
it as
Capri
like a
Sun.
healthy?
Oh yeah, that was one too.
We always had Capri
Capri
Sun in
Suns,
our
yeah.
in our lunch box in our lunch bags.
I did too. Yeah, I had. Oh yeah, I had Capri Suns.
Because
as
I think
well.
my mom thought Capri Sun was like healthier
Yeah.
than High C. We actually never got High C. Like, I think the only time we got it was when Slimer was on, and we wanted it so bad.
I remember one time like I started with like the lunchbox, but then other people started doing the brown paper bag.
Yep.
Oh,
And then
yeah.
I got onto the brown paper bag, and I always remember my mom would like stuff that thing, and she'd have to like staple it shut.
That's
Oh,
nice.
yeah.
And
That's
it's probably really
nice.
inconvenience for her. And she's like, why? Probably in her mind, she's probably like, why can't he just use the lunchbox?
Because you want to be cool,
Right.
You know, you want to be
But
like,
I remember like
an
the
adult.
Capri Sun being in the bag, like she would freeze it and wrap it in a paper towel because you.
Oh, she was a good mother. That's
Yeah, she was good. She was.
That's care right there.
Yeah, it was nice.
Man, I had a good mom, but that's great.
Yeah. But then I started doing sodas like in high school,
Oh wow.
and we were like, because everybody else started doing
Lucky.
sodas, we got
Yeah.
fancy, yeah. But
I had Capri Sun like all the way through high school.
Did y'all ever have the big
Maybe
like
not.
triangle top igloo cooler lunchbox with like the slide lid? That's what I had for so long. It was
Really?
so big.
Yeah.
I looked like an idiot.
for some reason, I feel like you strike me as like the big lunchbox kid.
Yeah,
you were
you
like,
do
but you probably had
strike
like
me
a
as a big
lunch.
lunchbox kid.
You had the lunch that everybody was jealous of. Though,
Oh, it was always delicious.
You had like a tablecloth that you like pulled out.
Yeah, you're the guy who had like the big lunch bag, and it would be like spaghetti or something like something
Yeah,
like,
something
like
nice,
nice,
like, oh, that
but it
was
was like a
good.
leftover or something.
Yeah.
Like lasagna lunch.
Going to the teacher break room to heat it up.
Yeah, you get special treatment because you're
Yeah.
a really good kid.
Don't mind me, teach.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, I got on paper bag pretty early. I
The
don't know why.
lunchbox though, like when they were cool, was like when they were like the red with like the
Like a
Ninja
lunch pail.
Turtles. Yeah, like a lunch,
lunch
pail, like
pail or
Ninja
something.
Turtles or
Mm-hmm.
Transformers or something like that.
Yeah.
Which was fun. X-Men.
Lunch.
Lunch.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good rant.
Yeah. Oh, lunch. Yeah.
Yeah. Lunch.
Launched right into lunch.
Yeah.
What'd you eat for lunch? Did you eat school food?
I did. I
yeah.
ate in the cafeteria most of the times.
Was it
You-
good?
Yeah.
Cafeteria
well,
food here is
Empanadas
bad.
and Malta.
Okay,
Yeah,
here we
that's-
go.
yeah,
okay,
yeah,
let's.
yeah,
Okay, where'd you grow up, and what kind of food was it in the schools?
I grew up in Puerto La Cruz, Venezuela. And the school cafeteria had empanadas, a thing we call tequeños, which is like a cheese wrapped in dough. It's not a mozzarella stick.
Sounds so good.
Sounds good.
And yeah, and they made burgers and stuff like that, kind of fasty food type of deal, and sandwiches, like like some sort of grilled cheese or like a Cuban sandwich or something like that. We would have. But I always get the empanadas because I'm a diehard fan, with Malta on the
Yeah.
side, which is like a root beer.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. What's the
Yeah.
orange one? I always like getting the orange one.
The
it called?
orange one,
The
Like-
orange drink, it's like a Hispanic
feel like
drink
I'm
of some
leaning
kind.
Oh, like an orange soda?
Yeah. They have them in the ethnic aisle of Publix.
The international
Yeah.
food style.
What's the orange ethnic soda?
What's that orange drink y'all's people drink in the ethnic aisle at the grocery store?
It
hell's
could
it
be
called?
anything. It could be anything.
It's a Mexican drink. You should
Fanta?
know it.
We
I
like
don't
to
really
tease
know.
Elizabeth that she's Mexican.
I don't really know if it's Mexican. We just tease.
Yeah, you have to Google it because I'm not sure. Probably not from my
Mexicana
same
soda.
country. But we had like pineapple soda and grape soda, which is amazing. They all are amazing and they're very common.
Did they come in a pouch? Did y'all have the pouch juice?
No, you see, like
We had pouched milk.
we had drinks in like little boxes, and we had drinks in cans and bottles.
The
This
Jarritos.
pouch thing? Oh no, that's not
No?
ours. But Capri Sun, this is like a completely new concept.
Where
to
does
me.
that belong?
Like
Hispanic.
a little
It's
pouch.
Hispanic,
Yeah.
Jarritos. That sounds Mexican to me.
yeah. They had it in
But I might be
Puerto Rico,
wrong.
too.
Yeah,
it's-
those Puerto Rico breakfasts were good.
Yeah, that was the one thing we noticed. Like when we were down in Puerto
Breakfast
Rico
or lunch?
filming for the college
or.
down there, Inter Bayamon. The cafeteria food was like that was like what we looked forward to every day was the lunch. Like we loved eating in the
Yeah, I think
school
I think somebody
cafeteria.
even said it at one point. They're like, "Oh yeah, sorry, cafeteria food today again."
Yeah.
And we were like, "This is amazing."
Yeah.
we felt like we were going out to a restaurant.
I was thinking about like my school cafeteria growing up, and I was like, this is
It was
like
insane.
Michelin star level
Yeah,
compared
it's
to
like
you know,
night and
like-
day. What's wrong in our country?
It's like rice
Yeah.
and beans and delicious food.
Oh, so good. The breakfasts were really good, man.
it was all pretty damn
Yeah.
tasty.
I always like nugget day though in school.
Yeah, I like taco salad day. I know it's a gross thing to eat at the cafeteria, but man, it was so good.
Cafeterias always have that like signature smell too. Like there's that food smell.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
gosh.
cafeteria smell.
The
That
food
I
cafeteria
just
smell.
burped up some of my taco from earlier, and just talking about old cafeterias. Taco salad lunches.
Yeah.
It's not good for me over here.
that
I wanna go
recycled
back and have
oil
that time.
Mhm.
that you've been frying with over and over
Yeah.
for centuries.
Or like sometimes like did you ever get sick from the cafeteria food?
no, but
Oh,
I
I
have a
did.
stomach of steel.
I don't think I ever did.
I did. And then, whatever like I would associate that smell with
Oh.
getting sick. So then I would like be off it for a while. I was like, I can't not gonna roll the dice for a while, you know.
Mhm. I used to show up late to like lunch at high school because I knew that they would always have extra food. And if you're just nice to them, they'll be like, "All right, you can take 2 for the price of 1."
Oh.
The fry lane.
You butter on
Did that
Yeah.
ever backfire on you? Like, oh, we're out of fries or something?
Like sometimes I would have to like pay, but like maybe 60.
No. I
70%
mean,
of
like,
the time.
if you showed up late to lunch, though, like,
Oh no, they would. There was always more than enough.
because maybe you didn't have last period
Yeah.
lunch. I feel like sometimes last period lunch they would run out of stuff.
Yeah, I don't think I did. We
in
had,
high
like, 2.
school, we always had we had like a Papa John's day.
Really?
Yeah, and so like the pizza day was like Papa John's pizzas, but I feel like it was like day olds or something. Like they were reheating the pizza
Ew.
because it always was not. It wasn't fresh.
And the whole school got it?
yeah,
That's a very weird thing. Like I feel like Papa John's is
They
like
probably
There's
got some kind of
deal. Yeah, it's in
kickback.
South
Yeah.
Florida.
that's
like-
weird.
Yeah,
It's like how there's so many Coke machines around the campuses.
Mhm.
Like you start
Yeah.
reading about this stuff, like what's going on here?
yeah, exactly.
Oh, I
Ruining
hated
these
it.
children.
My high school
That's gonna be the
changed
news
from
at
Coke
9
to Pepsi.
investigation.
We were
halfway
Pepsi
through,
the whole time.
and I was like, ah. I was so
what
mad.
what were you like growing up? What was were you Coke or Pepsi?
I can't remember every school, but I remember in high school the first year was Coke and it changed to Pepsi.
But do you remember a time where like there was one brand you were either Pepsi products or you were
Oh,
Coke
I've always
products?
been Coke.
See, I feel like I started out Pepsi.
I feel like I probably
'Cause we
started
always-
out Coke.
We always had Pepsi products too, like in the fridge. You know, my dad had a fridge in the
Oh,
garage.
you're talking
and
about
it
at home or at school?
was- Yeah, at home in general.
Oh, I thought you were talking about school.
No, sorry, I sort of shifted
Okay.
gears a little bit. But
Oh,
just
Coke House. Coke. Coke.
Yeah,
Totally.
big old Coke house.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Only
like
Coke products.
I think I was Pepsi, and then I think it was like high school. I was like kind of like other people were like
You got converted.
I got converted. I started doing coke.
All right.
Everybody else
Your
is
mom-
doing it.
Your mom found out about your Coke habit,
Yeah, I know.
and you convinced her to try it.
finding empty Coke cans under the bed. Yeah.
Mhm.
Just try it, Mom.
Yeah.
What are these Coke can?
I worked at
labels?
this bakery in high school, and I had free reign. Like I could have like whatever I wanted, and so they had cans of Coke stocked in the fridge. The fridge was always like really cold, and so that was kind of like became my love affair. It was like a cold can of Coke.
Oh
So it
yeah,
was
there's
like-
nothing better.
Sweaty.
When
Yeah.
when me and Travis work on the golf shoots, we're always out away in the sun building the 360 rig,
Oh yeah.
and we break away like once a day for a
Sweaty Coke.
sweaty Coke, sweating out of the cooler, dripping
It's
with
like it's
delicious
hard to.
coldness.
It's like you try not to drink a lot of soda, but man, that
That's I
Oh,
give
yeah.
myself a hot pass on those days, you know.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, being like it's like nothing beats that.
Yeah, that's the thing
hot
about
day.
production life.
You think about those
Set life.
commercials.
Mhm.
Sweaty
Hashtag.
Cokes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hashtag set life.
You cannot allow yourself to like.
You're going
Do
hard. You're
sodas.
burning the calories. you know?
Yes,
You
and
earned it.
then. Yeah, and then some of us are guilty of cigarettes.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just necessary when
You're
you
like, just
when
like,
you've
you need a-
smoked
you need a
before.
5-minute
Yeah.
smoke
Smoked
break.
before in your life, even if you quit, it's like you're back on a set. And it's been 8 hours. It's like I have to go out.
Hearing you say cigarette made me want a cigarette.
We're going right after here to have one. Us three.
It's weird how that works.
But I have a good story. I've told y'all before, but not on the podcast. Transition with production life and sodas
Mhm.
is when I got the good opportunity, the good practice to be the director of photography for my friend's film,
Mhm.
my friend Joe Black's film.
Yeah.
And so, they were like, anything you need, anything. I was like,
Mhm. Oh, yeah,
I would
yeah,
love
yeah.
to have some sodas stocked in the fridge,
Yeah.
And so, they brought me some sodas, and they kept disappearing like that, like
Yeah.
going like flies. They would go get like a 12-pack or something, and they'd be gone. Sometimes they would make a run. I
Uh-huh.
wouldn't even have one, and they'd be gone.
Yeah.
And so then I got to flex my muscle because I was like the director of photography.
Yeah.
I brought the guy over. I brought the first AC,
Yeah.
AD or whatever, and I was like, "Listen, these Cokes keep disappearing. These are my Cokes. These Cokes were got for me at my request. I'm the director of photography. I'd really appreciate it if it's fine for people to have some, but there should never be none. There should be
Yeah.
always be one for me when I need it."
Mhm.
He was like, "Oh, we'll get right on it."
That's it. Yeah. I mean,
and
that's
that
when
was
you
my
know,
little
like-
thing. I had my
Yeah.
Coke when I
Yeah.
needed a Coke.
Yeah.
Oh, must be
I
nice.
look forward to like that day when
It was
we're
pretty cool.
all on a set and they're like, "Can I get you anything? Is there anything you need?"
Yeah.
It's funny when
That was like the only time I felt that. It was pretty cool.
It's so good when somebody asks you all the time, but it's just hard to find that right moment to like offer water or
Well, it's a
anything
nice
to
feeling.
anyone.
Like,
Yeah.
it's nice too, cause like even like when we're on like Golf Channel shoots or something like that, where there are PAs and stuff like that. I mean, that's sort of like set etiquette 101. Like if you go to the cooler and you grab a water or something like that, like you grab an extra one for whoever you.
An extra one or
Okay.
two, but sometimes you're like trying to overdo it, and somebody's
Yeah.
having an important conversation or something. Do you need water? And it's like,
Right.
fuck off, fuck right off.
No, I know exactly what it means.
You know what I mean?
They're
It's like a
asking
football game
every
where
5
they're
seconds.
They're hitting you with
Yes.
the Gatorade or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
But it is nice
But it's nice.
to be asked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But, yeah. There we go.
Yeah. Speaking of set life and
Set
stuff.
life
Yeah.
and staying hydrated on the set.
Yeah.
And like, where are you going
What?
with that? Or is that another
Um,
open ender?
Yeah.
Do you want me to take that away?
Sure, why not?
You're on set. You're usually filming actors or maybe
Wow,
even,
thanks for that, Travis.
maybe even models.
No, remember we were on a set last Monday,
Uh-huh.
and we never mentioned it. We filmed
What-
the
what-
shuttle launch.
Oh.
And it was
Is
hot
that what
and
you were
sweaty.
doing?
No, I don't know.
Okay, well, yeah. And we
Yeah.
did have waters.
We did have
So-
water.
Yeah.
It all connects.
We filmed the Falcon 9, the SpaceX Falcon 9 launch.
Yeah, grab that for the camera.
Oh yeah, they delivered a
We got a secret-
payload up to the.
Actually,
to the
Travis
space
should
station.
take this away. Who do we know? Travis, go ahead.
Yeah.
My uncle works somewhere over there at a company called Jacobs, and so I can go. We get
There you
into shuttle launches,
Which is
because of that.
basically, you know, they work with NASA and whatnot,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
at the Kennedy Space Center.
But
They
it was,
do.
that stuff.
So he got a special access to like as close as you can get viewing area, and we got to see it and film it, and it was the rocket go off, and it was really cool.
It was really cool. We were like right next to the garage where they shuttle out.
Oh, the big-
rockets
yeah,
and
the
stuff.
big- where they
NASA
build the-
garage. Yeah.
Rockets
That
and
big building you see
or
when
they
you
used
come
to.
in.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And-
cool building.
it was cool. Remember when it took off?
Yeah.
It was like
It was like started doing like popping.
the whole.
Yeah.
It felt like the whole atmosphere was like. It was
It was
weird.
Like crate
Yeah.
breaking open.
Yeah, breaking open. It felt like a glitch in the Matrix. Like the air was skipping. You know,
Yeah.
it was strange.
It's like the past couple of weeks has been very like astronomical. We got the eclipse and the rocket.
Clips and a
everything.
rocket in one podcast.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And the other cool thing is when it re-enters.
Oh yeah, that first stage that separates comes back down. Usually it lands on that. They try to land it on that drone barge that's out in the Atlantic, but this one came back and landed on one of the landing pads at Kennedy Space Center.
Yeah.
It was fun, like everyone looking up, trying to find it, and who's
Yeah.
who's going to be the first one to see it come back.
And we
yeah.
finally found it, and whoop, right behind the porta potties. It
Yeah,
was
yeah,
in our
yeah.
field of view.
Down. I was like
Okay.
getting this shot. I was like, oh, I found it finally, and like tracking down with it, like down, and porta potty. It's like,
And then,
Could be a good like sort of
Beautiful.
metaphor.
yeah,
but yeah, speaking of, well, there was the cool double
Sonic boom.
boom.
Uh huh.
Oh yeah, because they had speakers out there, and so they must have had it mic'd up like closer, so we would hear sounds on the speakers first, and then we would hear it with our own ears.
Yeah.
Well, but there was actually a double sonic boom, like a double pop, because his dad was, or his uncle was telling us
yeah.
about it, because something about the front of the rocket and the end of the rocket each make their own sonic boom, because they're
Wow.
like coming in at different speeds.
Yeah.
So it's like pop pop.
Yeah, actually,
was
yeah,
crazy,
now that
actually.
you mention it, I feel like I remember that now. But yeah, it was.
But yeah, we did hear something on the speaker. We're like, is that it?
Yeah.
They're like, that
And
didn't
then the
sound
real
like-
one came through after
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
The Sonic. If you can ever be around to witness a Sonic boom, it's incredible.
It's so cool. It's
Yeah.
like a phenomena. You know?
Yeah.
It's like, I guess it's thunder, but
It's
right? Is that what thunder is?
Is it?
I guess so. I assume. I just thought it was like the Matrix air breaking.
Because what else is a thunder? It's like,
If you're
lightning.
listening to
gotta
this,
break
we
the sound
never
barrier.
told you we were smart.
But
Okay.
we are.
That's true.
Very.
But we are smart. And we
Somewhat.
make good videos.
It says lightning heats the air, causes shock waves. These in turn cause sonic booms, but you probably know them better as thunder.
All right. So you probably have heard sonic booms.
Yeah, I guess so. But
And
but
the
I
crack of a
mean-
whip is a sonic boom.
But something from like a rocket or like a fighter
It's
jet,
different.
It's different, and
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Even just hearing the engines as it took off, like we had to wait for just the engine sound, not the sonic booms, but like the
Yeah.
rumble. Because
Yeah.
it's like up there and it's already taken off, but you're
Yeah.
hearing liftoff.
It
and
shakes
it's like,
you to your core as it's going. You're like, oh man.
That
It
was the
was so
weirdest
cool.
part to me. Yeah, it was even better than the sonic boom. Was like feeling like the atmosphere was tearing apart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably nobody
It's
else
like
would describe
breaking
it that
away
way. It
from
felt
the
weird.
Earth's
It felt
surface
like
or something.
like
Yeah,
that. Like
it's
it was ripping apart. You felt the vibrations.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It's a very odd sound that you kind of don't want to hear, but yet when you do, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, this is unnatural. Something weird's happening.
Yeah.
End of days. I don't know.
What if what they don't tell you is that they're opening a breach between this reality and another one, and it gets all shuffling, and then it
Yeah.
all comes okay, and then you're here, but you belong to like another universe because you guys got switched, like you and your other self from another reality.
Maybe that did happen.
Yeah, well, let's talk about that because people actually theorize now. Some people do that has already happened because of the Hadron Collider and all that.
Oh.
Like the things that I don't know exactly. I can't describe it exactly.
Antimatter
but-
stuff.
Yeah, all the
and-
antimatter stuff. They're like, these Higgs boson things and whatnot.
Yeah.
Some people speculate that. Or have y'all guys heard of
The Mandela
the
effect.
Mandela effect? Have we already talked
Yes.
about that?
No, but I've looked a bunch of
I feel
videos
like
online.
maybe I've heard of it, but I don't.
I've read the
remember it.
Wikipedia.
Is
entry.
it basically it's sort of like Well, it's based off people, a large group of people thinking that Nelson Mandela was already dead, died in prison.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, I swear, Nelson Mandela, died in prison.
Yeah.
But then they all find out that it didn't. And so it's sort of like remnants, like the theory is remnant memories from a different version of the universe.
Okay.
And so either like you are from a different, or like some kind of rift and sort of
Right.
like space-time changes, but you kind of might be one who still remembers. And a lot of it's kind of silly, but it's kind of interesting. And with you know, with the crazy quantum physics that they do nowadays, it all makes sense with quantum physics that
Right.
it could happen.
Who else remembers the Monopoly guy? You remember Monopoly? Little
Monopoly.
guy? Monopoly, the game?
Yeah.
The guy?
Wait.
Who else?
Monopoly?
Monopoly.
Yeah. It becomes its own word. It's weird.
Do you remember him wearing a monocle?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because I think he has it or doesn't have it.
He
And so
doesn't. He never has.
and he never has had it.
Really?
So that's a Mandela effect. People say, I swear.
Well, and the other thing that's weird is they do it in Ace Ventura
That's
too.
that's why. I
And
think.
you must be the Monopoly guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. And if you want to analyze it, it's always like, you know, why did they do it
he
Ace
doesn't
Ventura?
have it.
But it's
Yeah.
just
He
like,
does not have it. Never has had it before, ever.
Weird.
But you remember it as
okay,
such.
okay, for the first Star Wars, here's another one. Look it up on the internet, Trevor. Do y'all remember C-3PO having a silver leg in the first film?
I don't remember.
Trevor?
No.
You just thought he was all
You
gold.
remember him having
Yeah.
being all gold?
Yeah.
That's another thing. But like, if you watch the film, he's got a silver leg, and like people just don't remember it, and they have the toy, and the toy has like 2 gold legs, and they're like, why would they make the toy with 2 gold? I remember him in the film, but see the way to explain all that is just like people are misremembering, and the toy company made it wrong, or like people are remembering a certain way, and Ace Ventura just filmed it wrong, you know.
Yeah. I wonder with certain things like say.
Oh,
it's
that's
like,
another one. Yeah,
Which one?
the tail on Curious George. Did he have a tail or didn't he?
He did. He never had a tail, right?
No, he never had a tail.
I don't know.
Well, in this one too, Luke, I'm your father. He never
Yeah.
says Luke, right? He says I'm your father.
No, he says no.
Or he says,
I'm your
"No,
father.
Yeah, yeah.
And see that, you feel like, you know, I feel like I even like the one I quote is really from Tommy Boy. Luke, I am your
Yeah.
father.
Oh yeah.
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 You know,
Yeah.
I think it's all, or there's before even like the Mandela effect, there was always like, you know, the famous movie quotes, and they're always different.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like "Play it again, Sam."
Mm-hmm.
I don't think anyone says it's a Mandela effect, but I think that's why you could probably just explain away most of the Mandela effects.
Yeah.
You know, that they're just misremembering, or like toy companies like doing it wrong, stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
But it's kind of cool to think like, okay, so in Casablanca, everyone
Yeah.
remembers it. Play it again, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
And even Woody Allen made a movie called Play It Again, Sam.
Yeah.
But those words are never uttered in the film. But it's kind of cool that, or same as Luke, I am your father.
Right.
It's kind of cool that people can gravitate to a certain line and be like, oh, that was really cool, and somehow come up with the best version of it,
Mm-hmm.
even though it was never said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
that, I mean, I think that's what's happening, but
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to look into it and just see, like,
Yeah.
because you yourself, or the big one that got me was, do you remember the book Berenstain Bears?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I was calling them the Bernstein Bears. I read a bunch of those to get free pizza.
It's like something, look up that one, Trevor. It's actually Berenstain Bears, and it's always been Berenstain. But it was like, no, it was the Berenstain Bears. And it was always the Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, that's funny. I remember my mom was a teacher, and she had these coupons in 2nd grade that you would give out to kids who read books, and you get like a free pizza from Pizza Hut.
Yes. Yeah.
It's just- my
the
mom was
first
a
article's
teacher.
like conspiracy.
Oh, that's funny. She got them for free, and so I read like all of those books.
No, it's really true, though.
because they counted for the free pizza.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
you might remember reading the Berenstain Bears, but yeah, Berenstain.
But isn't that weird? Like, couldn't you swear that it's Berenstein Bears?
Yeah.
It's like everyone said Berenstein Bears.
It's so weird.
I always just tried to make it 2 syllables as a
Uh-huh.
kid. I remember I was like Bernstein.
Yeah.
Bernstein Bears. I didn't want to. I never wanted to say the third one.
The Berenstein.
Bizarre.
The Bernstein Bears. That's what I called it.
Because that's Bernstein is an actual name, like a last name, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what they must have been like riffing off of.
That's crazy.
What
Or
did
is
they do?
Bernstein the name or Bernstein?
I
No.
don't know.
No, I think it's Berenstain.
Well, I know, but I mean the
Right.
real name of like human beings.
Oh, right.
Bernstein. I don't. Mr. Bernstein.
Bern.
Mr.
See, that's
Burns.
someone probably mocked that up.
Yeah.
They didn't actually say that.
Mock that up, would you?
Anyway, what do y'all guys
Weird.
think is happening, or you think it's just misremembering and
I
mislabeling?
think it's like the Mandela effect, or it's like almost like telephone or
Mm-hmm.
something.
yeah.
It's also
Where-
probably like the most common way to misremember it,
Yeah,
since it's
like-
not like 5 steps deep. It's only one
It's like
tiny
my mom
step
does
deep.
this thing, she's notorious for it, where you'll tell her the name of some place that she's never heard of before, and then she'll call it something different, and then she can't not call it that. So she'll like, I'm trying to think of an example, but she'll like mess up the name completely, and
It's like my mom.
she'll that's what she'll call it. It's like, no, it's not that, but it's basically that on a large scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's like enough people are doing it. It's like that threshold theory or whatever. It's like if enough people are doing it, it sort of becomes popular or whatever.
Yeah, and it's like my mom. I told y'all this story the other day. We used to go to this restaurant, and I think they still go to it sometimes in Jacksonville, called West End Cantina.
Oh right, yeah. You
Trace-
said
But
it.
somehow she started calling it
Yeah.
Tres Veces.
Yeah.
Trace Face.
Yeah, we talked about.
And
was this
she's
last
never
episode we talked
stopped. And it got so bad that the entire family just was
Right.
calling. We still call it Tres Veces, and
Yeah.
it's never been called that, and it's not anywhere like that.
about? Yeah.
It's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but somebody's death, like Mandela.
Mm.
That's
But
kinda
it's
weird.
easy, but that's
Yeah.
like I mean, it's not that far fetched for the brain to just think that though. It's
It's like,
very
oh, I thought he was
easy.
dead.
Like that's what I think. It's like if you're gonna misremember an event, it's probably like the most commonly misremembered. That's a wrong word, by the way. Like
I know
first
what you mean.
step is wherein like so many people will probably think, oh, that must be true.
Yeah.
But it's not like 6 facts deep. It's not like way down there. Like okay, now only like 10,000 people think it. So like the brain
Right.
must work in such a way that we all think the same way.
And that's what, like, so many of them, so much of the evidence for some of them is like, look at my C3PO doll. You know, it's got 2 gold legs.
Right.
Mhm.
And that's the way I remember it. But if you saw the film, and it's, you know, it's they're in the desert and stuff.
Yeah.
You can't. He's all dirty. It's hard to
Mhm.
tell. And you get the toy, and that's the way you remember it. Because
Yep.
you're
Right.
remembering the movie through the toy. You're playing with the toy. And the same. There was another one where the
What
Right,
about
and then if there was really a change in universe and the space time and everything, well, the toy got converted too. You know, like
the toy.
if
well,
if
the toy would have got, you would have hoped
would have
got
gotten
converted.
or something, and you know, like that's kind of like
And that's why when that's most of the evidence is like
I'll give you that
like
much.
something that's from a third party manufacturer. So you just say they
Mhm.
probably just made it wrong.
So is C-3PO's legs silver now? Because I feel like they're gold now. I think like he's gold.
Like in the new ones.
Yeah.
Like in the.
Well, by the end of the
Force
film, he
Awakens?
got a gold leg.
Okay, so
Like he got
it was just
restored. You know,
Okay, so
but you know
he's
the-
like gold 99% of the time almost then, right? Or like in all the prequels, he's gold. In 5, he's
Actually-
gold. In 6, he's gold.
actually-
In 7, is he gold?
Trevor, look up a last image of the New Hope, like when they're getting their medals, because maybe he actually just got a polished up silver leg. Because I want to say
Is he gold in 7, like in the new one?
well, he's got a red arm though
The
now.
sun
Oh.
is like so. Right.
Because
think
I wonder,
he's-
did they?
It looks silver.
Yeah, he actually. So I think he's always has a silver leg.
See, I don't even notice that in the films. I've always just thought 2 gold.
Yeah, it looks silver.
So like so episode 5 and 6 and 7, it's silver. I guess in silver he must. In 7 he must.
I think
he
it's
has that.
silver throughout.
Hmm.
They could have changed it and just like, but it's obviously silver throughout the whole first film.
Interesting.
I don't know. I have to do some investigating.
It's funny
But
because
look up him from episode 7 when he's got the red arm.
Anthony Daniels confirmed that C-3PO's always had a silver leg till now.
Till now.
Whoa.
When did he say that? Moments after filming.
2015.
Wait,
Yeah.
so that's what I'm saying. Look up from episode 7 because I think maybe he's got a gold leg
Oh, it
and,
says here,
and a
it's-
red arm.
It's true before The Force Awakens, C-3PO always had a silver shin.
Why would they change it in Force Awakens?
Make the toys easier.
Probably.
No,
Yeah.
but he's got that red arm.
Okay,
That
yeah.
stupid red arm.
Maybe there was a bunch of red arms left over
It
from
stood
Frozen.
out so. No, I think J.J. Abrams was like, took the idea of the silver leg and was like, because he was saying I wanted to give the idea that maybe something happened to him in between the films that we didn't get to see, and now he's got a red arm. It's like that's what the silver leg was.
Yeah.
Like, something obviously happened to him, and somebody repaired him with the silver leg. Like it was like a
Like a help
a
job.
spare part.
Yeah.
Why would he get a? Okay, you finally get your gold leg that you've been waiting for all these years. Now, your arm got blown off. You got some crappy red arm.
Maybe-
It doesn't even look like metal. It looks
Yeah.
What his used to be his arm is now his leg. They replaced
Yeah.
the metal.
Yeah.
Let's keep that idea going.
Mm-hmm.
But it's my idea.
Yeah, they
now.
took his golden arm and put it on his shin. So he's got a hand for a foot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
that'd be cool.
grafted
Yeah.
him. Robot
yeah.
grafting.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird.
Anyway,
It's weird to think about.
Anyway, let us know your thoughts about space
Yeah.
and time, the continuum,
I
the
think,
Mandela effect. What is reality?
Yeah.
Can the atmosphere ripple and break apart
Yeah.
like lightning? A lot of good.
That one's
connect-
stupid. Everyone knows that one.
What?
What?
Is this a Mandela effect?
You gotta
Yeah.
explain it.
Okay, so it's an image of Chick-fil-A.
the logo.
Uh-huh.
Everyone knows Chick-fil-A isn't spelled C-H-I-C-K.
Isn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right though, right? It is
It's
C-H-I-C.
CHIC.
Yeah, right?
That's what I've always
CHIC?
thought.
I don't know, but look at that K. That K looks very familiar.
C-H-I-C looks weird, I think. Something's
I'm going to
weird
their
about
website.
that.
You guys are
Wait,
having
which
a
one's
different
right?
opinion.
Which one
I
is
don't
right?
think either of those are right.
Oh fuck.
Wait, you
What do
just? I
mean?
thought you just said C.
Isn't it
CH
C-H-I-K? It's
Wait a minute.
No,
The real one is with a
CHICK.
K.
Oh, it is with
Yeah.
a K. It's weird because I said with a C.
yeah.
So
I said
you're the
chic.
one from
So
another
you-
Chick-fil-A.
dimension.
I said you're from another dimension.
All right.
You're
yeah.
from
Trevor's
another
from
dimension.
Yeah.
But you must be from a third that no one else is, where you thought it was
Yeah.
just CHIK.
It is C-H-I-K.
No, it's
It's
not.
not.
What is it?
CHICK.
What?
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
I have the website pulled up right here.
I feel like I never look at it much then.
CHICK.
That's
the whole word?
weird.
I thought it was C-H-I-K.
But
You
this
know
is
what
one
I'm
of those things that.
So
you know,
now, but see, what Travis just said isn't even on the internet. So he's the only one from his dimension.
Yeah. If
And
anyone
this
else
is
out
why
there,
you
Right
don't
here.
have a girlfriend.
Yeah, is there anyone else out there who thinks it's just
the truth is out
CHIK?
there.
Call Travis.
Yeah. There's
Call
somewhere
Travis.
out there.
Whoa.
You
you
know what's
wanna go
funny?
Now I
Chick-fil-A.
want Chick-fil-A so bad.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the Mandela effect.
That'll happen this week. Don't worry.
The Mandela effect is when you've been starving so much in prison, you just want Chick-fil-A.
Just want Chick-fil-A.
And when
Oh,
Chick-fil-A
got the
doesn't exist,
Mandela
you just
effect.
imagine Nelson Mandela dead.
What
Yeah.
if a big Mandela effect happened and Chick-fil-A's didn't exist and
Uh-huh.
we were the only ones who remembered Chick-fil-A?
Oh man.
I would be so tortured.
I would be so
Yeah.
mad. I'd be like, I'm starting. Damn it.
Yeah. Well,
I'm gonna
it's happened.
find the recipe. I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
Get me peanut oil stat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna figure this thing out. That's so funny.
That's
You,
hilarious.
you guys, you don't understand. There was this restaurant. It served chicken on a bun with a
Holy
pickle.
chicken.
That sounds gross. No, it was
They
amazing.
used the peanut oil, and it was just.
They had waffle cut fries. What are you talking about, sir? You seem insane. No, they're not long and straight. They're waffle shaped.
I used to go there, and a man named Jeremy used to give me refills.
He was very possessive over the refills.
Oh, you mean Jeremy the refill
Ugh.
something. He's now
Yeah.
president.
Yeah.
What dimension?
Well, I gotta say, my brain's like, you know,
Fried.
fried.
We
Like
had
a
that long
Chick-fil-A
conference
sandwich.
call with the Russians, so
Oh yeah. I was on a conference call for a shoot.
we deal with
Earlier.
Russians.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's that mean?
Can we please for
Speaking of fried my brain.
resetting our brain a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it time to find out what is going on with Travis's wife?
Oh yeah. Why not? We already jumped into this a little bit earlier, but
Yeah, I tried earlier with
did?
that softball.
well, just you and I personally. I showed you some photos.
Oh.
Yeah, but you lobbed one and then we turned. Oh, that's what happened. You lobbed. You threw me a softball, and then I went into the rock. We went into the rocket launch instead, but I was gonna go
Oh,
the
yeah.
model direction. So. All right.
So this is what's going on with Travis's wife. In case you don't know, she's the beautiful, the stunning, the one and only Emily Ratajkowski. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Please call me on my personal cell phone if I'm not, Emily.
or mine. You know it.
She's got a
Yeah, she knows it, I'm sure.
gray top with a
Great bottom.
black-
Great top with a great bottom.
gray top and a great bottom.
It's a
Going on
crop
here.
top. You
So
call
she
that
posted
crop
a couple photos to her
That looks like I
Instagram.
personally made a DIY
She looks
crop.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, she's been working out.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think she works out? How much do you think she works out?
I would hope she works out with a body like that.
I think she works out, I would say,
She's got
not
abs.
overly.
No, not over. She's
I would
not
say
overdoing
I
it.
would say she probably just limits her eating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you know, those people like that always, they go out and they eat like a big hamburger and French fries and a beer. Like, you know what I mean? They're like,
What's that voice?
I'm trying to project the emotion I feel about it because they're
Yeah.
like the super stick thinnest, most beautiful woman on the planet.
Oh yeah,
They're
I'll
like,
have the bison burger.
I'll have the
Uh-huh.
bison burger with French fries and a beer. I'm a regular person like you are. And then who knows? I hope she doesn't.
Yeah.
You know, I hope she eats the whole thing.
She's been a lot into crop tops lately.
eats the
as
whole
I
thing.
As I can,
Yeah.
Ew, that sounds weird.
She
As you
just
can see.
it's the summer's coming to a close.
No, yeah.
and-
crop
Travis.
tops are back.
yeah.
Okay, we all know her
Crop top,
Instagram.
top,
we
top,
could
top,
we
top.
know her. Give us some personal info. Give us something
Yeah.
behind the scenes. That's what the listeners want. They want to know what's going on behind the scenes. Where does she get those crop tops? Are you the one providing them? Are those presents?
They arrive in her mail. People give her things. She gets
Those are sent
Yeah.
from fans?
Well, not fans, but companies. Take a photo. All these photos, you know, this is her job, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she
So
takes
she's like
photos
actually
of
a
the stuff.
model by trade.
Yeah. She doesn't really do much else. She's a model.
It'd be
Oh, wow.
funny to sit here and interview
That's
her
inside information
Yeah.
from Travis.
to talk to your wife about just social media in general. I wonder like what kind of stuff, like kind of messages she receives.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Oh,
gosh,
God.
probably
It's
the
gotta
worst
be,
one.
yeah.
Okay,
It's actually, you can't send certain messages to her.
what do
Oh,
you
really?
mean?
If you follow her and you know, like, the daily updates,
Yeah.
she does those a lot. You can't message, you can't comment, you can't leave a comment on those.
Smart.
Is that
Yeah.
why she does that?
I'm
Yeah.
sure. There'd be so
Okay.
much like.
No, it's more like, come to, I'm not going to go any further. Never mind.
Set the scene.
That's
When were
already
you
too
out?
much.
When were you out? What's the most
any
awkward
man,
comment
girlfriend?
you got? She's received, you know, in your company, and where were you at? What was going on? How did it make y'all feel? We told me that
I
one when
don't
you were
know.
on.
One
When you were in the French Riviera.
yeah,
You were having dinner.
I forgot about that one. She was
Okay.
going on Leno one time.
Okay.
Has she been on any late night?
She's going
before?
on the Leno
Wow.
show.
Leno.
Leno. What Leno? Wait. Fact check that, Trevor. Fact check that. Has Emily ever been on the Leno show?
Leno. She went on Leno, you know, and
Negative. That's
All
a
right.
big.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, negative.
Inside.
that's why I didn't think it was
information.
Leno.
You chose like the one person who's been off the air
I
like the
knew it was wrong.
longest.
I
And
knew he
we
was
would've-
off there. Who
we-
took over after Leno? It was that guy.
Fallon?
Fallon. He was on the Fallon.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy. Same difference, right?
Has she been on Fallon?
Yeah, I was backstage in the room with her.
Yeah.
Okay. When? What?
Wait.
When?
She was on Kimmel.
That's the guy.
Okay.
He's Jimmy, right? They're both Jimmys.
Yeah, they're both Jimmys.
Yeah, they are Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Kimmel,
Honest
Jimmy
mistake,
Fallon,
honest
ABC.
mistake.
Okay, I was just
JJK.
saying three layers deep. Okay,
Yeah.
so she was going on the Jimmy Kimmel show.
Yeah.
And what that was very recently, wasn't it?
It was very
Okay,
recently.
and what happened?
You know Mr. Kimmel?
Yeah.
He presents himself as an all right man.
Oh
you know,
wow.
He's a family man.
And he is actually. But you know who isn't?
I wouldn't say it if
Who?
it wasn't true.
Some of his assistants. You know, like there's some soundstage guys back there.
Ew, there's some gross or
Very
inappropriate
gross,
men on the Jimmy
inappropriate
Kimmel
men
show.
that are on that show. I'm
What
not
happened?
gonna name names, but you know, she's walking to her dressing room and they're just, you know, they're shouting all these obscenities like, "Hey, girl, let me fuck you," and I'm
Oh
like,
my
Oh,
god!
right now,
That's inappropriate.
Wow.
and I'm
That's
like,
like HR.
hey, dude, this is a workplace. And I took him out back and I beat his ass, but
That leads
Give
us
him a what
into
for?
another topic.
Yeah.
Most people, you know, when you're walking arm in arm with her, they probably don't assume you are her boyfriend.
no, they assume that
husband.
she's
You
like
probably think
my.
you're like her assistant.
They
or
assume
something.
that she is like paying to be with me. Is what's weird. Like I'm her escort.
Oh
Right,
wow!
like she's
People
trying to
ass-
normalize herself.
You're saying
is that what
people
you're saying?
assume that when they see
No,
the
most
couple.
people say, "Damn, son, you trade down." You know.
"Wow, wow, that's
But
amazing."
son,
Wow,
Yeah. It's
You-
weird.
you know, she's a lucky girl. I guess that's all
Yeah.
I can say about that.
yeah,
And Jimmy Kimmel, if
very
you're
blessed.
listening, clean up your staff.
yeah.
And
Clean
feel
up
free
your
to
staff,
come on the
Get it
show.
Jimmy.
together.
Clean up your staff.
Yeah.
That's
Bunch of pervs.
uncalled for and disgusting behavior.
I might have made that up. I don't think it was the F word. It was more like, "Hey, girl," that type of like whistling, hooning, hollering.
Oh, you mean like smile, smile.
Yeah.
Like what?
Hey, girl, smile. Like, "Hey, girl."
What's your number?
Yeah. None of that. Like, yeah.
Nice.
Giggity goo.
It's an emergency.
Giggity goo.
All right.
Giggity.
Giggity goo.
Giggity goo. Giggity giggity.
Well,
With
I
that, I
mean-
think our imaginations can roam
yeah,
the hills.
You know, I think that's
Speaking of
always a
Rome.
good time to sort of end things here. Let's just wrap this out of here. There we go.
All right.
Well-
that was good. That was a good,
yeah.
good Travis's wife section. Really enjoyed that.
All the best of luck to you guys. Hope many more years
Yeah.
Mhm.
of great times.
So, what's going on?
What's going on, Elizabeth? You're
Elizabeth,
pulling
you're
my
about to
headphones
destroy
out.
the table.
What?
You're pulling my headphones out of the thing.
Something bad's happening.
You're about to
What are you
destroy
doing
the
over
table.
there?
Elizabeth broke the podcast.
Oh, man.
You
Elizabeth.
broke the internet. Wow.
All right.
Well, that was a good podcast. I think we could probably end there.
Mhm.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Well, this has been episode 8.
Episode 8.
We want to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for tuning in. I hope
Yes.
we gave you some laughter, some entertainment, some pleasure,
Yeah.
and
Remember to follow us on Instagram
Yeah.
at Laser Lighting
Instagram
Productions.
is our most active social media platform, so
Yeah.
get at it.
in between these podcasts, you'll be able to stay up to date with Laser Lion Crew, what we're doing, what we're taking photos of. It's gonna
Sign
be
up
great.
for our newsletter too.
Yeah.
We don't have a newsletter, so
They don't know that.
as of now.
Now we have to make one. Elizabeth, make one.
All right. That's it for us.
Anyway, thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in to Laser Lion Podcast. I'm Philip Shuck.
I'm Trevor Cruz.
I'm Travis Ingram.
And I'm Elizabeth Rios.